Oh look, another Smallishbeans video. Bet he's gonna have one of those weird intros. Well no, actually, okay, this time I'm gonna be a bit more serious because you know what? I'm sick of being this dancing monkey where everyone's like, oh, Joel's so weird, Joel's so weird. I'm not weird, okay? I'm pretty normal. And yes, I may be going a little bit insane, I'm sorry about that, but this challenge today is enough to make anybody go insane. That's right, today we're doing the piston challenge. I made this challenge up, but basically I'm gonna build a house, except every single block on that house has to be moved into its final place by a piston. Sounds pretty easy, right? Not if you're only going to press one lever and your house is going to just appear out of nowhere. So there we go. Pretty normal intro. Not weird whatsoever. I couldn't resist. The chickens have to die. So I need to lay out each block meticulously to make a house. Now this is going to be tricky because we're going to have multiple layers. And I want it all done with one lever. So we're going to need a heck of a lot of redstone. And we're going to need some sticky pistons as well. And I'm basically going to have to build the house wall by wall, layer by layer. And I'm not going to press the lever till right at the end. Oh, this is going to be a challenge. I've already come across a problem. So far, these two layers will be pushed. But if I added a third layer on, I've got nowhere to put the redstone. I need to put it on like a block here, but I can't. Although it looks like I don't actually need the repeaters. What? You can just do that? I did not know that. Okay, I figured it out on kind of how to do it. I'm pretty sure I can get a full wall now using this method. However, this redstone here is going to disappear, but that's okay. I'm pretty sure. Actually, never mind. I've come across another problem already, which may be fixable, although I'm not sure the order this is going to work in. Or maybe not. Never mind. This is proving rather tricky. Okay, I think I've figured it out. It's basically a one-time thing, because once this happens, all the redstone will get destroyed. And now we're working on the roof. This may be quite an ugly-looking house, to be honest. This is going to be so ugly. I think after the house is built, I'll delete all the pistons and redstone, and then we'll see what we get at the end. The main thing I'm worried about right now is that the redstone connection is not going to spread far enough. So we just got to kind of hope that it does. So I accidentally pressed the lever and this has turned out to be a complete nightmare. This is looking hideous and I think I'm going to have to rethink things. Because of the use of redstone repeaters, it's kind of making this continuous circuit where the levers won't come back up no matter how many times I press the lever. They just stay there up there. So we're going to have to rethink this and try and make this work. So we're trying a different method by building the house into the floor, where if it works, hopefully, the house should just go pop and pop up. Although I'm not sure if it's going to work. I guess we'll find out. This is going to involve a lot of redstone underground, which I'm okay with, as I can just cover it up with some grass. And this should work out a lot easier. The moment of truth. Does this work? Let's find out. No, it didn't pop up all the way. Oh, it's because... Okay, we need some repeaters in here. Okay, this is a lot of redstone, but I'm pretty sure we've got it sorted so that a wall will pop up. Now I was having a lot of problems. I always press the lever and a few of the pistons would rise, but the main ones at the bottom would not. And I think it was because of the timings looking back. But at the time, I was just freaking out. It took me like 30 minutes to try and figure this all out. And then I thought I was finally done. After a lot more work, after stuff not working, I think I finally got it. At least how to do the wall is how much I've got. This is possibly the most complicated thing I've ever done. I'm not very good at redstone, so hopefully it works. So now I've got this crazy construction going on underneath. I've also worked out that if you place a door on top of a piston, like so, it will just crumble to nothing when you lift it up. However, if you place a gate, or multiple gates, they will go up and they'll stay intact, which means we may be able to have a door. But now comes the task of figuring out what the heck to do with all this redstone, where to put everything to make sure this works. And I haven't even begun to work on how to do a roof yet. So I set to work making this insane redstone layout where I was trying to get repeaters in so that the redstone connection wouldn't fade away. And I was also just trying to build up the layers so that each piston went at the same time. But I came across a lot of problems where things weren't working and I just couldn't figure out why. My brain was hurting so much. Some things would just stay up and then not come down. It was very confusing. I was getting frustrated. Okay, after lots of brain power used, which is unlike most of my videos, I think we're almost there. Might have to use carpet to cover up some of the redstone. So the downstairs is ready to go. I've kind of done this sort of diamond lead up as if something's crazy is going to happen. And I've had an idea for the roof, which hopefully works. And if it doesn't, I guess we'll try something else. So my basic idea is we're going to have a couple of clouds up here, which aren't actually clouds, okay? But hopefully they look like clouds from underneath. And then we're going to have some pistons pushing off some brown concrete, which will hopefully fall onto the roof where I put some barrier blocks, which are these things, which basically you can put anything on. But if you haven't got them equipped, as you'll see in a second, they turn invisible. Problem is, we've got to make a redstone tower all the way up to the top here, and I don't want it visible from the house, so we're going to do it really far away. And we'll blend it into the sky by using light blue concrete, which I know is pretty ugly. We do have a bit of a problem with the shadows, but there's no way of avoiding that. Oh, this is so much redstone. It's horrible. I hate placing it. But we're almost done. We've got this massive ugly tower, which is a bit too close for my liking. I could have moved it further away, but for the sake of this, it'll do. Okay, the moment of truth. Oh my gosh, I hope this works. If this is a failure, I'm going to be so sad. So, my idea was to build a house using only pistons, and each block of that house, the final design, is placed by pistons, ignoring the floor and things like chests and stuff like that. Let's give it a go. We're gonna press the lever. Oh, it's failed. Oh no, that's embarrassing. Also, it lifts the carpet up with it. I didn't realize that. Maybe we'll have to use snow instead. Why has this not worked? Let's fix this, see if we can get it to work. Now, from this moment on, I'm not gonna lie, this may be the most stressed I've ever been in a video. It was taking so long, and for the life of me, I could just not figure out why it wasn't lifting up. I was like trying to move the redstone around, I switched the ends, the redstone came in. Everything I tried just didn't work, and I was getting so angry at myself. I think we've got to completely rework all this redstone. Oh, it's so annoying. But even that didn't work. I completely changed how the redstone went in, and I thought I'd fixed it, but no, it was still messed up. And 40 minutes later, this is how I felt. This is a nightmare. I'm getting a headache. Oh my gosh, I think I'm gonna have to redo everything. And I wasn't exaggerating. Basically, I had to completely do the entire thing, taking away the redstone dust and adding in redstone repeaters instead, as you can kind of see me testing out on this bit here, which did in fact work. And I had to get all the timings sorted out, because otherwise it would lift layers up before I could lift up the bottom layers, and it just wouldn't work. And it was so infuriating trying to get these timings on these repeaters correct. Here you can hear me getting a bit frustrated. I kept having issues where some blocks would lift up and some wouldn't. I just couldn't get the timings right. It was so infuriating. Okay, I think I finally got it working. It's been an absolute nightmare, but we're almost ready to go. If this back could stop hanging on my invisible blocks, that'd be lovely. Then I came across another problem with the roof. Quite a big problem, in fact. I'd completely underestimated the size of the roof and had done it 2x3, when in fact it was 4x6, so double the size. Which means I had to come up with a completely new way of making the blocks fall, as my previous method wasn't going to work. So we're going to have to do a double layer up here, and we've also got the pistons open on a couple of them, and then we're going to make them go in, so these blocks fall, and then these push-ins will push these blocks, and then in total we'll have a 4x6, hopefully taking up the entire roof. But now all we need to do is get this to work, which is easier said than done. Top one, very easy. Bottom one, not so easy. Okay, I think we've got it working. The moment of truth. Only an hour later from when I originally thought it should be working. So here we have just like, just random thing. What's this? Nothing really here. Bed, chest, but there's no walls around it. Well, ba-bam. Yes! Oh my gosh. It worked. The house, the roof. It's got a roof on it, look. Oh my gosh. And it's able to be lived in. You can sleep in the bed. You can use the chests. Not doors, but there are windows. And all I did was push a lever and it appeared out of nowhere. Oh my gosh. Was it worth it? Well, it took me 3 hours and I can tell you, no, it was not. Building with pistons is not the easiest. Don't do it. Don't do it. But I'm glad that I managed to achieve it. Oh my gosh. Now you're probably thinking, but that's quite useful, Joel. You could just, you know, push the lever again and it would go hide away and people would never know your house was there. Wrong. It's a one-time thing. If you push the lever, nothing happens apart from the floor kind of disappears a bit here. So it is completely pointless, to be honest. It's a one-time thing. But I feel like I completed the challenge to make a house where each block was placed by pistons. I know the floor and the inside was not, but we're going to skip past that, okay? So, possibly one of the harder challenges I've ever taken on, but if you've got any other ideas like this, please let me know in those comments down below. And that is going to be it for this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to leave a like if you enjoyed it, and I shall see you another time. Goodbye.